Hey guys.
Hey, Doug.
That third quarter, they just blitzed you guys and you couldn't recover. What did they do differently in that third quarter to sort of take control of this game?
Good.
Oh, you go.
Okay. I think that once they made that run, they just kept pushing, and we didn't respond properly. We didn't maintain our composure. And teams like that, you can't do that against a team like this. So they were able to push the ball down the court every time, and we weren't able to respond because, in all honesty, I think that they were disrupting us in a way that we weren't not only not getting shots in flow, but missing those fluid shots in offense caused us to be in transition most of the third quarter.
Hi, Nneka, question for you. We talked a little bit after game one about John Paul Jones and sort of the way you guys had slowed her down. It seemed like she was demanding the ball a little more than she has in the past. I'm wondering, just defensively, if you saw something different out of her tonight.
From what I remember, mostly, I think she got most of her shots off rebounds, and they almost out-rebounded us today. So she's a big part of that, and I think that she had 7 offensive boards, and that is huge. Those are 7 extra possessions, whether she's putting it up or passing it out. So we did not do a good job of that tonight.
Anyone else? Doug?
For both of you guys, rebounding is your bread and butter, both of you. To see the stat sheet and how glaring it was, do you take that personally as just was not a good night for you two and for the Sparks rebounding?
Yeah, I think over the course of the game, we just had to regroup and try to make a concerted effort. Rebounding doesn't belong to 1 or 2 people. It belongs to the entire team. So whether it's one person boxing out or everyone coming in, we had to find a way to change that, and we didn't do that over the course of the game. So to say, my sis, we love rebounding. That is a part of our game, but at the end of the day, it's our collective team effort to get it done, especially when you have mismatches and you're rotating and all that type of stuff. So huge area of emphasis over the course of the season has been rebounding, and tonight we just metaphorically dropped the ball.
A really physical game. Refs let you guys play as professionals, which doesn't always happen in this league. Do you think that was an advantage to you or a disadvantage in this game?
I think it was good for us to be able to play physical when you set, when you're able to set the tone. I don't think that excuses still not seeing certain plays. I think I always say I don't ever want anyone to get hurt. And that happens a lot when you start off playing a physical game. As far as advantage and disadvantage, I wouldn't say that it was an advantage or a disadvantage. We started off the game hot. We started off kind of setting the tone. But I think the disadvantage for us is losing our composure when we don't feel calls go our way. I think that's something that we have to get better at.
Yeah, and I think it's always great when you can play a physical game, but it's almost like sometimes you play 2 games because that physicality can change when you cross half court. And I don't know if it's necessarily just playing at home that gets different energies out, but as my sister alluded to, you just have to match people's energy, but sometimes that is completely out of your control. And unfortunately, I think tonight we weren't able to maintain that composure, but also have things controlled.
Chiney, Nneka, this is for each of you. To go home to a game 3, it gives you an opportunity to play sort of where you've played extraordinarily well and won 15 in a row. But to be at what has not been your home court all year long, I'm wondering how much that changes the comfort level, what the advantages you think for both of you. And I just related to it, if you think there's any way to address in the CBA to make sure that you get the advantage of the home floor you guys have earned all season in future years.
To answer the second question, yeah, that's obviously something that we want to work towards, is being able to have our home court advantage. I think right now, at this time of the year, our home court at Staples is prioritized with the Kings in their preseason games. So that's just kind of how it is. It's not something that we prefer, but it's something that we're used to. But with that, we've also developed our own kind of home court advantage at Long Beach. You know, we've played a lot of playoff games in Long Beach before, so it's a familiar place. And so I look forward to playing there and having our fans come out there. I'm hoping that we can get a lot of fans out there because of how far it is compared to Staples Center.
Thank you. That's all the time we have tonight. Appreciate your coverage.
Thank you.